Very good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Juhika. Pleasure is all mine.
So, could you please tell us something about yourself?
Juhika, I am so uh, I am a man of many interests. I started off at a very young age with you know doing multiple things at multiple times, right? So I love to multitask, and in today's day, when my social media influence has grown by leaps and bounds, I still practice multitasking in my day-to-day life. So I am a professional, industry professional. I've been working for more than 10 years into partnerships and sales roles for all these 10 years. And apart from that, I love, of course, gardening, organic gardening, kitchen gardening, for which I'm here today. But apart from that, I am an avid bird watcher. I can identify birds with their sounds. I've been a professional badminton player, uh, played at multiple levels. I love to debate. I've been a public speaker, won many debating competitions in college. So yeah, there are multiple aspects to me, and maybe that makes me the personality that I am. Yeah.
You are a multitasker. Since we stick to two activities, you stick to many activities.
I mean, I
And
feel incomplete if I don't do too many things. So if I am not, in if I'm about to finish work at office and I don't have anything to do when I get back home, I feel jittery. So that's me. So I
well,
have to have something or the other. Yeah.
that's actually amazing. I read something since I'm very interested in psychology. I read about such personality. What are the personalities called who loves to work on something or the
Right.
other? I forgot the name now.
Right. Wonderful.
So how does a day looks like when you are involved to the process of organic urban farming?
Right. So Juhika, of course, for our viewers and for everyone who will be watching this, the reason that I'm here and the reason that you contacted me is because of my Instagram presence, my Instagram handle, which goes by the name of Baking Gardener Vlogs, and I carry it with pride, with myself. Uh, and that is a journey that started off almost a year back. uh, the content creation part of it. Otherwise, the journey of Baking Gardener Vlogs started maybe 7 years back when I started off with, organic kitchen gardening on my terrace. I have a small terrace of close to 500 square feet where I grow all kinds of vegetables. There is not even a single vegetable that I haven't grown on my terrace till date. Uh, just that the content creation journey began a year ago because a year ago in June, I thought, uh, I should bring it to the wider audience, right? People should practice it, and somebody has to teach it to people, right? If I have gained some experience, why not share it with the larger audience? And the day in my life looks, as I said, very busy. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. I am an associate director with a leading, not-for-profit organization which works in the sector of, startups. So my day starts fairly early, 5:30 a.m. in the morning. Wake up, tend to my garden, and of course, my day is incomplete without stepping up to my terrace garden. So I grab my cup of tea. That's also very important, and I just you know tend to my garden, talk to my plants. Do a lot of content creation early on in the morning. So all my videos for YouTube, for Instagram are already recorded in the morning. In fact, for the stories as well. Uh, and I finish it, wrap it up all by 6:45 to 7. Go for a bath quickly, and then leave for office by maximum 8 o'clock. And then full day I'm in office doing my daily course, daily office job, and then back home by 6:30, 6, again tend to my garden. If the sunlight's okay, then do some content creation. Otherwise, just look after my plants, do some harvesting, because vegetables are always ready for harvest on my terrace. In fact, I see a few brinjals today which I can pick, right? So yeah, I mean, it's a fairly busy day, and when it is not like too hot, then 8 o'clock I leave for my badminton session. So I do an hour of badminton, come back, have dinner, sleep. So it's kind of a packed day for me always. And yeah, I mean, in all of this, I think my favorite. There are two times which are favorite to me early on in the morning, which is the time I spend with the plants, and then the time between 7 and 9 when I'm not playing badminton, and the time that I'm spending with my daughter. She's also the energy of my social media handle. I'm sure you've seen a lot of her in my videos. Yeah.
So how do you get time to edit the videos? If you make it in the morning, how do you get the time to edit and add the transition into that?
Right. So one thing that I've mastered, I would say, is that whenever I get time, I edit something or the other. Right. So if, say for example, I'm leaving for office, I have half an hour uh, to have breakfast. I finish breakfast say in 15 minutes. So the next 15 minutes I'll be editing something, right? And then drive down to office. In office, maybe whenever I get time, 10-15 minutes here and there, I will make a small edit here and there, come back, make a small edit. So these small edits combine into a big edit, and I'm able to till now manage my content with all of these small 15-minute power edit breaks that I take. Yeah.
I heard power now, break, power, edit break is something new to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the part that's the best part of waking at 5:30 in the morning. You become more creative.
Absolutely. You become more creative, you get more time, and it's not that I've been like this for the since the time I've been doing content creation. I've been like this since my childhood. I mean, I've never seen a day where I haven't woken up beyond 6. Like, I mean, 6 has been the maximum time that I've woken up, even in the winters, right? So that's how I've been, right? So yeah.
One should learn then. So according to you, what helps urban food to become more resilient?
So what do you mean by resilient? I mean, what are we trying to infer here by saying that what makes food more resilient? Uh,
So
ask some
basically, what I'm
light on.
trying to, ask you here is, uh, like since you grow your own food, you grow your own food, you have your own terrace. I mean, terrace which is full of fruits and vegetables. So how do you help your plants to grow organically without chemical free? With chemical free, I mean.
Right. So, I mean, that's the idea that my entire social media presence is built on, right? So, and more so when my daughter was born, I realized that it's a responsibility that I have towards her, right? To ensure that she gets the best kind of food to eat, right? And we were in the COVID times. My daughter is a COVID baby, so COVID made us realize that better, we should be better prepared, right? As humans, and we should be better prepared for our upcoming generations, right? And that's what forced me to bring it to the larger audience, so the idea of ensuring that my food is chemical free is that I don't use any pesticide or fertilizer in my food, right? So when you're growing vegetables, you are bound, your plants are bound to get affected by what you call as pests, right? Which is insects, right? Because of course, जहाँ पर आपके पौधे होंगे सब्जी वाले, वहाँ पर कीड़े भी होंगे, right? Now, of course, when you are in farms, when the production is in tons, right? It is difficult to manage it organically. I understand, right? Our big salute to the Indian farmers. To itni garmi mein, they brave this sun to give us food, right? बट अगर हम इसको एक छोटी स्पेस में कर रहे हैं, अपनी स्पेस में कर रहे हैं, then it becomes a lot more easier for us to ensure that we're not using any chemicals, right? Uh, which means we have to find alternatives for pesticides, alternatives for fertilizers, and those are not very difficult to find, right? Today, a lot of information is available on the internet. I 6 years back, nobody taught me, nobody held my hand and said that I will teach you how to do organic kitchen gardening, right? It was just that I started reading more about it. I gained interest. I went in depth, read more, applied it, experienced it, and finally realized, wow, this works wonders, right? So, for example, अगर एक खेत में एक कोई chemical use हो रहा है for an insect called mealybug, right? Then on my terrace, I will never use it, right? So then the alternative is I use neem oil, right? Neem oil is organic. Neem oil is, there are no chemicals in it, right? So a solution of neem oil is actually a very, very good solution to pests. Now, somebody had to take it to people. So then I took up that responsibility to take it up to the people. And there are a lot of other people in this small community of people who are teaching organic kitchen gardening. They are also doing a wonderful job with this. So our small community of urban farmers who are wanting people to know more about organic kitchen gardening in your own houses is the way forward, and all of us together we are trying to ensure that this reaches millions and billions of people.
So how do you keep up with so this is a slightly personal question I have. So
Yeah.
my mother has a habit of keeping tulsi and small plants at home. So
Right.
how does one should manage the tulsi plant ka soil, because the tulsi get dries if we
Yeah.
water it on daily basis, but the tulsi get dries. So how to maintain it with the soil, or how to take care of it?
So Juhika, I have a very simple solution for soil. Right now, I have made a very prudent combination of three things which you use in any plant and your plant will grow. And this is from personal experience. Vegetable plant, perennial plants, flowering plants, fruits, anything will grow in this soil. What you have to do is take 60% of garden soil. Now, what is garden soil? The soil that is available in our nearby parks, right? That's called garden soil, or the soil that is already in your garden, you're reusing it, right? So take 60% of that. 30% you take any khad, compost, vermicompost, gobar ki khad, whatever suits you, right? I always say, if you're taking gobar ki khad, take it in a dry form, right? Because wet gobar khad has a lot of pests in it, right? So they will start attacking your plant. So dry gobar ki khad, or otherwise any other kitchen waste compost, vermicompost, 30%, and 10% what we call as neem ki khali, right? Which is like a dried neem powder fertilizer sort of a thing, right? 60% garden soil, 30% compost, 10% neem khali. That's it. Mix the three in this ratio and use it with any plant. And I can guarantee that the results will be absolutely fantastic. There is not even a single plant on my terrace which does not have that soil combination. And they are fruits. There are guavas at the moment growing on my terrace. There are brinjals. There's ladyfinger. I've just planted my monsoon veggies. So there's bitter gourd, lauki. There's cucumber. there's pomegranate growing, and what else? The one behind me, this one is a grapevine, which will start fruiting next year. Uh, and I have lemon. So in veggies, right? And then I have things like curry patta, tulsi, hibiscus, mogra, lemongrass. I have a lot of mint growing. Then I have other plants like bougainvillea, and all of them have the same combination of soil. So there's nothing extra, nothing different that I've done. So a lot of the gardening educators might say, "Acha, isme aise dalo, isme aise dalo," which might confuse you. They might be right on their part, but from experience I can say, अगर ये combination आपने use किया, any plant of yours will thrive.
सूखेगा भी नहीं.
सूखेगा भी नहीं, लेकिन सूखने के लिए आपको और चीजों का ध्यान रखना पड़ता है, especially for tulsi. For tulsi, you have to ensure that you keep the कीड़ाs away. For that you have to use neem oil, क्योंकि तुलसी में भी कीड़ा लगता है, right? So for that you have to use neem oil. So every week, once a week, 5 ml of neem oil in 1 liter of water you have to mix, make an emulsion, and you get water soluble neem oils on Amazon. So you can just go and purchase water soluble neem oil. In 1 liter water, mix 5 ml of water soluble neem oil and spray it on your tulsi plant once a week, precautionary, right? Then during just before the spring, end of winters, just prune, hard prune, mane katai chatai of your tulsi will make it more bushier, right? A lot of people do the mistake of covering their tulsi. That's a mistake during winters, right? So that should not be done. And of course, during peak summers, it should be away from too much sun, right? I mean, it should be in a well-lit sunny area, but it should not have direct sun for too many hours, otherwise it will dry off. So yes, of course, you learn as you go on. And so yeah, these are from my experiences that I've learned. I've so many plants have died with me also, right, on my terrace, but I've learned the hard way. So gardening is something that you learn by experience.
So basically, you like in your terrace, you have almost everything. तो बाहर जाने की जरूरत क्या है फिर?
तो बाहर जाने की जरूरत ऐसे होती है for sometimes what happens is because I have, so till today I'll tell you what all I've grown. I've grown lauki, I've grown karela, cucumbers, kakdi, onion, tomato, brinjal, bhindi, cabbages, broccoli, mint. Mint is unlimited on my terrace. So, anybody can come to my terrace, take any amount of mint that they want, pudina, right? इतना mint होता है. So basically, मतलब जो भी सब्जियां होती हैं, I have grown them on my terrace at some point or the other, depending on the season. But हाँ, कभी-कभी होता है that the harvest is not good, so I have to maybe go and buy. But I try to fulfill the requirements of the house through the terrace only, and that's the idea, right? कि हमें केमिकल फ्री खाना खाना है, बिकॉज जो बाहर से सब्जी आ रही है उसमें बहुत सारा केमिकल स्प्रे किया जाता है. एंड नो ऑफेंसेस टू द फार्मर्स, राइट? दे आर डूइंग अ वंडरफुल जॉब, बट अल्टीमेटली हमें खुद का भी सोचना है. एंड उसमें केमिकल बहुत है. फर्टिलाइजर जो हम केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स यूज कर रहे हैं, that goes into the genome of the plant, right? So basically उसमें से जो भी fruit आपको निकल रहा है, vegetable निकल रहा है, उसमें chemical है. The soils, जो हम पानी वहाँ देते हैं खेत में, a lot of heavy metals are there. काफी बार पानी इधर उधर से लिया जाता है, so उसमें काफी सारे microplastics होते हैं. They're all a part of the vegetables that we eat in our day-to-day life, right? So to avoid that, हम घर पे तो अपने मीठे पानी से अपने पौधों को पानी देते हैं, right? So we use all natural fertilizers, we use all natural pest killers. So ये फर्क है. And the idea is that कि भाई अपने घर की एटलीस्ट इतना सब्जी निकले कि हम घर पे अच्छी सब्जी खा पाए.
अगर ये आइडिया मैंने शुरू किया आपकी वीडियोस देख देख के, मैं तो कभी बाहर ना जाऊं मैं सब्जी लेने, तो डेफिनेटली I keep on finding all short easy alternatives.
Right, 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 right.
So, my next question: air emissions and contaminated soils are a part of cityscape. So, what possibilities are there to still produce healthy food with the little effort?
Right, right. So I think at this point in time, you talked about contaminated soils, and I think today the word outside is save soil, right? So if you follow Sadhguru's movement, uh, I say follow Sadhguru's movement, because even if you don't like a person, at least follow the cause that they're standing for, if you agree with that cause. And this cause is something that I swear by. Save soil has to be the motto. And the Save Soil movement by Sadhguru is based on that. It is based on the fact that the soil is degrading. The soil is full of chemicals. The organic content in the soil is not left, right? So, just to give you some figures, 95% of our food that we eat in our household comes from soil. Okay, 95% of antibiotics come from soil, right? And to for a soil to be defined as a soil fit for agriculture, the minimum organic content in the soil has to be at least 3%. नाउ ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट का मतलब है कि भाई, जैसे अगर हम रेन फॉरेस्ट में जाते हैं तो वहां पर सॉइल में ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट 60 to 70% ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट होता है, विच मीन जितने भी पत्ते झड़ते हैं, जितने भी एनिमल लाइफ इज किल्ड, वो सब मिट्टी में मिल जाता है, एंड दे बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट ऑफ द सॉइल, राइट? हो क्या रहा है दैट all over the world, the increased use of pesticide, chemical fertilizers has ensured that the organic content goes absolutely down. Right now, मैंने बोला ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट में एग्रीकल्चर के लिए ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट वाली सॉइल मिनिमम 3% ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट होना चाहिए टू बी डिफाइंड एज अ हेल्दी सॉइल फॉर एग्रीकल्चर. इंडिया में 62% ऑफ द सॉइल has less than 0.5% organic content.
That's too
So
much.
here's a 65-year-old man, Sadhguru, who's going around the world, 30,000 kilometers, explaining to people why he thinks safe soil has to be a generational responsibility. And I totally agree with him, right? We've deteriorated the soil. हमारे पास खाने के लिए नहीं बचेगा. जो हम खाना खा रहे हैं उसमें न्यूट्रिएंट्स बचे नहीं हैं. जो हम न्यूट्रिएंट्स एक संतरे से लेते थे आज से 60-70 साल पहले, today we have to eat 10 of those oranges to get the same amount of nutrition, right? So that's how degraded the soil is. And in cityscapes, in farmlands, because of excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides, and of course a lot of heavy metals coming in, a lot of microplastics, the soil has been totally degraded. And अगर हम वो वाला खाना खाना चाहते हैं जो डिग्रेडेड सॉइल से है, तो भाई वो हमारे ऊपर है, विच वी आर फाइन. बट क्या हम वो खाना अपने बच्चों को खिलाना चाहते हैं? मैं तो नहीं खिलाना चाहता, राइट? फॉर मी, आई वांट टू एंश्योर दैट the generations after me get to have good food, organic food, nutrition laden food. और उसके लिए हमें छोटे छोटे कदम उठाने पड़ेंगे. हाँ, सॉइल को वापस से ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट लाने में टाइम लगेगा, कंट्रीज आर नाउ वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स इट, लेकिन हम अपने छोटे छोटे कदम उठा सकते हैं. हम अपनी बालकनी में, अपनी छत पे खुद से अपनी सब्जियां उगा सकते हैं, केमिकल फ्री, विच विल इंश्योर दैट यू हैव द राइट काइंड ऑफ फूड. एक बार कोशिश करने की देर होती है, एंड देन आफ्टर अ व्हाइल इट सीम्स वेरी इजी.
I think I should try that now. I haven't
Absolutely.
started yet. I haven't started anything related. I've just heard, I've just seen your videos specifically. I have never developed that much of interest in growing
Right.
vegetable at home, but definitely I should try in the coming future.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
From where did you get inspired in starting with zero waste organic life, turning kitchen waste into gold?
Yeah, that's a good question. And in fact, uh, you know, जैसे मैंने बोला, it's a generational responsibility, right? So, what inspired me? I've been growing vegetables for 10 years. तो उसके लिए मुझे इंस्पिरेशन की खास जरूरत पड़ी नहीं. My father was an inspiration because he used to grow vegetables with us when we were small, but not like in such big quantities. But yeah, like कभी भिंडी कभी बैंगन. So I used to see कि यार हाँ हम छत पे भी यार बैंगन is possible, भिंडी is possible. So my father was an inspiration for me. But जहाँ तक रही बात turning kitchen waste to gold की, so, practice in our house, my mom used to do it on a very small scale, and as kids we used to run away from it because it used to be very foul smelling. मतलब खाद जब बनती है तो बदबू बहुत आती है. But I was lucky enough to come across ma'am Vani Murthy's profile. Her Insta ID is @wormrani, right? And I started watching her videos because she talks in and out about composting, right? I watched a lot of her videos trying to understand why she's stressing on this, and I realized why, right? 60% of the household waste that we generate, हमारे घर में जितना कूड़ा होता है उसका 60% is actually organic. Kitchen scraps, कटी सब्जियां, बचा खाना ऑर्गेनिक होता है, which is degradable. तो आप अगर कंपोस्टिंग को अपनाते हैं, you start composting in your house, you're already reducing 60% of your household waste. So basically waste management starts from your home, right? ऊपर से once you start composting, आपको फ्री की खाद मिल रही है. I have a small composting setup that I've made. मैं composting करता हूँ. इनफैक्ट अभी 4 दिन पहले ही मैंने बहुत बड़ा एक composting bin बनाया है, which now will ensure that I get more compost, and I can convert more of my household waste into gold. So again, आपको इतनी खाद मिलेगी, you save so much money यार. आपकी घर की खुद की खाद है, राइट? और वो खाना वैसे भी आप कूड़े में डालने वाले थे, तो क्यों ना उसकी खाद बना के डू गुड टू द अर्थ. बिकॉज जब ये हमारा ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट हमारे डंप्स में जाता है, then it releases very very harmful gases like methane, right? तो आप उसको अपने घर में खाद बनाइए उससे, और उसको अपने गार्डन में यूज करिए. बहुत फायदेमंद है, and you save so much money. You don't have to spend on khad when you go out and purchase khad, right? So I mean, Vani Murthy ma'am was my inspiration, absolutely my inspiration for composting.
That's nice. When you start, you get so much of ideas and inspiration to experiment and work with.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, usually people consider farming or agriculture not for everyone. So,
Right.
what is your take on that?
Agriculture and farming is for everyone. It is I mean, people might say कि ये हर एक के लिए नहीं है, but अब जमाना बदल गया है. You don't need farmlands to produce food, right?
You need a
There are
terrace.
things like you need a terrace, you can do it in a poly house, you can do it, there are hydroponic farms now, right? So closed space में अपने water base पे सब्जियां उगा रहे हैं लोग with soilless, right? So we we are way ahead in time. Matlab, our generation is at the right, we are at a cusp, right, where we can be the drivers of change. और वो दिख रहा है that we are trying to drive, bring a change, right? Technology is coming into the agriculture sector. New ways of growing food are coming. So yes, it is not limited to a certain people or a certain geography or a certain area. You can grow your own food now in the smallest of spaces, and that's why content creators like me are here to teach you to grow your own chemical free food in the smallest of spaces that you have. एक बालकनी है तो उसमें भी आप बहुत सारी सब्जियां उगा सकते हैं, छत है तो उगा ही सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर आपके पास छोटी सी बालकनी भी है ना, उसमें भी आप सब्जी उगा सकते हैं. And to give you a small example, right? So Arvind Kejriwal, Chief Minister of Delhi, has announced last week that they are going to have a thrust on urban farming. And I was surprised seeing that video, right? Because never thought a government would even consider this, but they did, right? Now they are trying to teach people how to grow vegetables in terraces in your balconies. Why is the government doing it? Because it is not limited to
Just
any
farmers.
one person,
Yeah,
one geography now. Anybody can do it,
definitely.
right?
So people don't have a very sustainable approach, which is actually needed in the present days. So how do you wish to motivate others to take up a zero waste organic life?
Simple. You have to start somewhere, right? And I don't say that I lead a completely zero waste organic life. I am moving towards a zero waste organic life, right? But yes, एक कदम बढ़ा के तो देखिए. अगर आप पहले 100% वेस्ट जनरेट कर रहे थे, तो कोशिश करके देखिए, हो सकता है आप 70% जनरेट करें. तो जो आपने जो 30% वेस्ट कम किया जनरेट करना, उसको अगर हम मल्टीप्लाई कर दे इस दुनिया की पॉपुलेशन से, अगर हर एक ने भी वो कोशिश कर ली, इट विल मेक अ वेरी वेरी बिग इम्पैक्ट, राइट? सो द आइडिया इज टू स्टार्ट. हम वेयर वी आर स्टक मोस्ट ऑफ अस इज, अरे मेरे करने से क्या होगा, हम तो यार एक आदमी है इस पूरी दुनिया में, हमारे करने से क्या होगा. हमारे करने से ये होगा कि मैं भी अगर ये सोच लेता कि मेरे करने से क्या होगा, तो मैं शायद आज एक कंटेंट क्रिएटर नहीं होता. मेरे से जो 107K लोग जुड़े हैं, मैं उनसे इस चीज की बात नहीं कर पा रहा होता, और वो 107 लोग आगे जाके और कितने ही करोड़ों लोगों से ये बात करके नहीं मैसेज फैला रहे होते दैट यस, आप केमिकल फ्री फूड उगा सकते हैं, आप एक ऑर्गेनिक लो वेस्ट लाइफ जी सकते हैं, एंड दैट इज वेरी फीजिबल ऑन योर ओन विदाउट एनीबडीज हेल्प. सो बेसिकली अगर आपको मोटिवेट होना है तो आप बस एक कदम बढ़ा के देखिए. जब आप अपनी छत की पहली सब्जी तोड़ेंगे और जब आप घर के कूड़े से पहली खाद निकालेंगे, वो दोनों मोमेंट्स आपके लिए डिफाइनिंग मोमेंट्स होंगी, एंड दैट विल चेंज द कोर्स ऑफ योर थिंकिंग, एंड दैट विल change the course of this planet.
Definitely.
So that's my 30-second pitch to anyone who thinks कि उनके कुछ करने से फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा.
बिल्कुल पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
So everyone has a journey, and they have their fallbacks too. So tell us something about your journey and how did you navigate through all the challenges in life that you have faced?
So yeah, I mean, of course यार, कर्व कभी ऊपर तो हमेशा जाता नहीं है, and हमेशा ऊपर नीचे ही होता है. I have had my own share of challenges, and life never is easy, right? But मैं सबको ये बोलता हूँ कि let's not make those challenges as excuses. होता क्या है, there are many examples that I can share, but maybe I would like to share those on some other platforms where I'm, those platforms are meant for those. But uh, I lost my dad fairly early. I was 22 when my father expired, right? And suddenly, and I had no backing, right? Uh, I was the younger brother. I was the elder brother. So I had two younger sisters, my mother, and no clue. And I was in my first job, right? I had no clue करना क्या है. Finances were managed by dad. कैसे करना है, क्या करना है. बट दिमाग में एक ही चीज थी कि भाई करना तो है. सो जो चीज है करना तो है, और एंड गोल क्या है वो भी दिमाग में रखा कि हाँ भाई, you have to become someone. My father was an inspiration, so I have to make my father proud. All of these things drove me. Right now, my father expired in 2015, so it's been 7 years. In August, it will be 7 years. There hasn't been a day that I haven't missed him. Of course, I have. But there hasn't been a day where I've not practiced what he preached to me. Right? And sometimes in life, you just have to go with the flow and remember the good things that were told to you by people who mattered to you, by people who you trusted blindly, by people who you thought were your inspirations. आंख बंद करके, और वो कोई भी हो सकता है, आपके पापा हो सकते हैं, आपके बॉस हो सकते हैं, आपका फ्रेंड हो सकता है, आपका बड़ा भाई, बड़ी बहन, कोई भी हो सकता है. बट आंख बंद करके आपको किसी ना किसी को फॉलो जरूर करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इस दुनिया में आपसे ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस वाला कभी ना कभी कोई ना कोई आदमी तो होगा ही, राइट? एंड दैट इज द ड्राइविंग फोर्स behind me. I never think that I know everything. For every aspect of life, I have chosen somebody to get inspired from. And rest is history. I've been working now for 10 years, in a good company, good designation, good pay. Started off content creation. Content creation की जर्नी भी इतनी अच्छी स्टार्ट नहीं हुई. एक साल पहले started off with YouTube. 8 months continuously I was on content creation की जर्नी भी कोई सीधी नहीं रही. Started off with YouTube 1 year back, और 8 months तक continuously videos लेके आ रहा हूँ. And that time we were working from home, तो time था videos बनाने का long form. Absolutely didn't give up, right? I specifically made a video. You can go and check on my YouTube, where I said that हम कोशिश करते रहेंगे. There will be a day. और वो वीडियो मैंने तब बनाई थी जब मेरे 1000 फॉलोअर्स भी नहीं थे इंस्टाग्राम पे. एंड I always swear by Jack Ma's quote. ये मेरे को बहुत very close to my heart, right? Jack Ma is the founder of Alibaba, who says today is difficult, tomorrow is much more difficult, and day after tomorrow is beautiful. Most people die tomorrow evening. Right?
Yes.
So I never wanted to be one of those who died tomorrow evening just before the sunrise, right? So I kept on trying. I thought, okay, fine. If long form videos is not working, let me concentrate on short form reels. And that's where my thing just caught up with the audience. बहुत सारे लोगों को इसमें इंटरेस्ट आया, and here I am today talking to you. So जर्नी सबकी होती है, और जर्नी होना बहुत जरूरी है. जर्नी के बिना डेस्टिनेशन नहीं है. So swear by Jack Ma's quote and keep trying.
जब डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचने के लिए गोल तो होना चाहिए, तब जाके तो वो जर्नी डिसाइड होगा, का स्टेप 1 डिसाइड होगा एक्चुअली.
So that's what I said, right? गोल तो मेरे माइंड में था ही, that I have to reach maximum number of people and help them understand कि हम अपनी सब्जी केमिकल फ्री खुद उगा सकते हैं. गोल है, बट गोल के मीडियम्स अलग अलग थे. पहले यूट्यूब था, अब इंस्टाग्राम है, अब वापस से हम यूट्यूब पे फोकस कर भी रहे हैं. राइट नाउ there can be multiple ways to your goal, right? But you have to keep trying new permutations and combinations.
हाँ.
आपको नहीं पता कि कौन सा परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन सही बैठेगा, बट बैठेगा जरूर. अगर आप कोशिश करते रहोगे तो बैठेगा जरूर. राइट सो दैट्स माय मोटो इन लाइफ.
So you have more than 100K followers on Instagram. So what do you think? What do you think helped you acquire this community on social media? What do you think you can resonate with your followers?
Sure, that's a question that has been asked of me क्योंकि just on April 7th 2022 I hit 10,000 followers mark. Right? No, sorry. On April 7th, 2022, I hit the 1,000 follower mark. 1,000. Okay. April 7th, 2022, I was at 1,000. Okay. Cut to today, which is 3 months, I am at 107K followers. Now the growth has been super fast, right? A lot of the content creators in the similar space have asked me कि कैसे किया. So I said मैंने कुछ भी अलग नहीं किया. I just did what I thought was right. Number one. Number two, my content, if you see, is not about any shabang dabang shosha. It is plain simple from the heart for the people, the right kind of information, right? I think that was liked by people. And third is the language barrier, right? So a lot of content creators, specifically on Instagram, would like to focus more on English maybe. But what I figured out is, I think the sweet spot is English, जहाँ पर आप हिंदी में भी समझा रहे हैं और इंग्लिश में भी समझा रहे हैं, मिक्स ऑफ द टू. होता क्या है, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल जो हमारे देश में है, वो क्योंकि जो साउथ साइड के लोग हैं उनको हिंदी में ज्यादा समझ नहीं आएगा, बट सम पार्ट ऑफ इंग्लिश दे विल अंडरस्टैंड. जो नॉर्थ में लोग हैं उनको हिंदी ज्यादा समझ आएगी. जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोग हैं उनको भी शायद इंग्लिश में थोड़ा ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ आए, हिंदी ना समझ आए. तो अगर आपको पूरे भारतवर्ष का ध्यान रखना है तो आपको उस हिसाब से बोलना है. आपको भारत की भाषा बोलनी है, आपको अपनी भाषा नहीं बोलनी. तो जो भारत की भाषा आज की डेट में है वो इंग्लिश है. यंगस्टर्स अंडरस्टैंड इंग्लिश. मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि वो भारत की भाषा है, बट यस, इट इज well understood by a lot of the audience, and my audience is primarily 25 to 34 years of age, right? तो उन लोगों को इन्फ्लुएंस करने के लिए, उन लोगों से बात करने के लिए आपको एक ऐसी लैंग्वेज में बात करना है जो जिससे वो रिलेट कर सके. सो आई थिंक दैट वाज लाइक्ड बाय द ऑडियंस. आई थिंक दीज 3-4 थिंग्स वर लाइक्ड बाय द ऑडियंस, क्योंकि कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स में से पहले भी थे जो ऑर्गेनिक किचन गार्डनिंग समझाते थे, बट I tried to make it more fun, right? I tried to include a lot of fun factors, like I included my daughter to showcase that अगर इतना छोटा बच्चा भी इसके बारे में बात कर सकता है तो आप भी कर सकते हैं, right? So ideally मैं सबको यही बोलता हूँ, I'm trying to make organic kitchen gardening look very cool. One more thing that I forgot to talk about during this conversation is that to make it look more cool, I specially put in efforts जहां पर मैं अगर किसी दिन छत से सब्जी निकाल रहा हूं तो छत पे ही बना के उसके ऊपर एक कंटेंट बनाऊं मैं. So basically harvesting a vegetable there and then and making a recipe out of it there and then. You can go and check out my Litti Choka video on YouTube. You will understand what I'm talking about. राइट नाउ ये फार्म में आपने विलेज लाइफ की बहुत सारी ऐसी वीडियोस देखी होंगी जहाँ लोग तोड़ रहे हैं, बट छत की आज तक किसी ने नहीं बनाई थी कि छत से भी सब्जी तोड़ के वहीं बना रहे हैं. सो द आइडिया इज लुक फॉर समथिंग. आई लुक फॉर समथिंग जो और लोग नहीं भी कर रहे थे और कोशिश करके देखी. पीपल लाइक्ड इट. लॉट ऑफ पीपल कमेंटेड व्हाट यू डिड इज लाइक अ ड्रीम फॉर मेनी. ऐसे ऐसे कमेंट्स आए मेरी कुकिंग वीडियोस पे, एंड आई थिंक ये कंबाइंड 4-5 चीजें जो हैं जस्ट स्टक विद द ऑडियंस और या
Yes, absolutely. Even when I was going through your profile, तो वो
या
छोटी यूनिक चीजें मुझे लगा कि ठीक है ये डिफरेंट किया, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन 2 पेजेस मैंने एक्स्ट्रा देखे थे फॉर द सेक ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट। वहां पे वो बहुत फॉर्मल फॉर्मल हो गया था, नॉट टू फन,
एग्जैक्टली
नॉट टू कूल,
यस
बट overloaded, not just loaded, but overloaded with information. Not giving, not
राइट
focusing on one video. I mean, one thing in a video, but giving 100 things in a video. So, which was actually confusing
एग्जैक्टली
for me. So I left that. Chodo, come back to the main page, which I am focusing right now,
राइट
and
राइट
go through the page and then study
एब्सोल्युटली
how one should. So I found this a
I
very
think you've answered on the behalf of the audience. I think agar when you say this, then I've been able to achieve what I wanted to, because मैं यही achieve करना चाहता था that people come to my page and it is not like that regular boredom of जो एक टाइम में पहले कृषि दर्शन आता था. I don't know whether your
हाँ,
generation is
दूरदर्शन पे आता था।
familiar with that. दूरदर्शन पे जहां पर आप सिर्फ फार्मिंग के बारे में बताए जा रहे हैं in a very monotonous way, right?
हाँ,
In today's day and age, if you make your subject very interesting, people will start liking it,
all,
right?
yeah.
तो आपको नए तरीके ढूंढने हैं. और when you say कि you found it that way, I think I'm makes me really happy. I think that's an audience feedback and honest feedback. uh, I think I've been able to I'm successful in what I wanted to actually showcase to the
Exactly.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because also one thing I have noticed through your specifically Instagram page, because I have gone through that a lot only. So as you just mentioned, I felt the same. क्योंकि अभी चीजें इतनी ज्यादा डेवलप हो गई है digital, especially digitally. So there are many new ways coming to present your content. But लोग उसकी
Right.
खिचड़ी बना देते हैं. They don't focus on one format two, बट इंफॉर्मेशन का ओवरलोड तो है, प्लस हर चीज का वो मिक्स करके वो खिचड़ी बन जाती है. सो इंस्टेड बट यहाँ पे पेज में मुझे वो नहीं मिला. मुझे टेक्नोलॉजी का राइट यूज प्लस इंफॉर्मेशन का राइट यूज, a mix of both, which gave a unique outcome था इधर, which I felt honestly.
Thank you. That makes me happy. Yeah.
And even I was making the videos, I was actually making my mom to watch all those Instagram videos, and she actually helped me with the questions. Okay, ask this. Okay, ask that.
No, that's
So,
good. That's good.
so that was a mix of everything basically here. So my last question to you: what vlogs are your vlogs are super fun and informative, as I mentioned as well, and they have motivated many. So what are some things that you really enjoy during the whole process, and what is your favorite thing?
Right. Uh, so Jueka, I am सबकी अपनी inherent qualities होती हैं when you're born, right? So I have this inherent quality that I can speak on any subject for as much amount of time as you want me to. मतलब अगर आप बोल दोगे मुझे कि ये छोटी सी चींटी है, इसके बारे में आपको अगले पूरे दिन बोलना है, तो मैं बोल दूंगा, right?
How?
Without any preparation, मतलब without any script in front of me. Preparation बहुत सारी, but without any script in front of me. So I think the most enjoyable part about making these content videos, चाहे long form हो, चाहे short form हो, is that I get to practice what I love doing. मुझे बोलना, पब्लिक स्पीकिंग का बहुत शौक है. मैंने शुरू में बताया था, I've been a debater, won many debating competitions in college. तो आई स्पीक टू अ लॉट ऑफ फेलो कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स जो पूरी तैयारी करते हैं, पूरे नोट्स बनाते हैं बैठकर, रिसर्च करके, बहुत एफर्ट करते हैं, एंड हैट्स ऑफ, राइट? आई मीन नॉट एवरीबडी इज कंफर्टेबल विद दिस फॉर्म ऑफ ओरेटरी, राइट? पूरी मेहनत करते हैं. मैं नहीं करता, मैं सिर्फ पढ़ता हूँ और पढ़ते रहता हूँ, एंड when it's time to make the video, something comes into me and I just start speaking, right? जो भी मैंने एक्सपीरियंस इकट्ठा किया है, जो भी नॉलेज मैंने इकट्ठी करी है, और वो जो वीडियो का टाइम है वो कब से कब खत्म हो जाता है, वीडियो कब बन जाती है, मुझे पता भी नहीं लगता. एंड दैट्स द मोस्ट एंजॉयबल पार्ट ऑफ आई थिंक माय कंटेंट क्रिएशन, कि I am passionate about this subject. I speak about it with my heart and passion, and don't get a sense of time. तो जब आपको sense of time lose हो जाए with the things that you're doing, तो मतलब आपको मजा आ रहा है.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I am done with my questions. Anything you would like to add upon?
No, I think Juhika, wonderful speaking to you. Yeah. Uh, I hope you guys also do very well, and I wish IC Tales all the very best for all their endeavors, and may you guys grow and get many followers, and bring out more stories for inspiring people and motivating people to take up things which matter.